happens. Everybody in their gut knows it. Everybody can see it intellectually. Even the most dull out there know that we're going into a metastasizing, multifaceted, multivariate, interwoven, interlocked bloom of corruption and control freaks playing God and wanting to run our lives because they crave it. And good people never want to run people's lives. They're confident, they're happy, they have lots of friends, they have lots of hobbies and ideas, and life is fulfilling. And so we don't seek to dominate others. We enjoy being honorable. We enjoy being constructive. We enjoy standing up, though, for ourselves when it is an immediate threat. But if it's incremental, and if it's sold like it's a societal move, we tend to comply. Now, resistance and noncompliance is not patriotic. It's not just common sense. It is survival. It is unequivocal. It is default. And the answer to bring down the technocrats is for there to be a great awakening. We're very close to that. And that's why they're attempting to just mainline all the bad things they're doing in an attempt to just overwhelm us. Instead of denying it, while they built the control grid, now they're like, okay, you're resisting it, but it's just everywhere. And yeah, we were doing everything. What's you going to do about it? To make you feel overpowered, to make you feel small. But it's time to stop complying. It's time to start getting aggressive. It's time in nonviolent civil disobedience at every level. And they phrase civil disobedience meaning a legal, lawful protest. That's not what civil disobedience is. Civil disobedience is loading your shotgun in D.C. to exercise a right that's inherent. And I'm not recommending you should do something that honorable and courage-filled. But it's now time to start getting aggressive. And film is the language now. Television is the language, not so much print. That's for more thinkers who then can influence others. It's important to put it down in text, but film and video is now the way to really communicate. And that's why we had the Paul Revere contest, $115,000 that, quite frankly, I didn't have. I took my own personal nest egg savings that's not very large and putting it into this because it's all pure research. I don't even know what would come from this. Millions and millions of views already, over 600 films, several hundred of them really good, more than 50 or so that are excellent, a few, 7 or 8 that are just amazing. It was about, okay, they've spent tens of billions every year for propaganda and disinfo and New World Order garbage. What would $115,000 do? Because I don't want at the end of this, just, I got a nice house and a nice car and a hot tub, and boy, that's great. That doesn't fulfill me. That doesn't float my boat. That doesn't give me a thrill. They get a thrill up their leg. They're at MSNBC when they see the president. Well, I guess Slimeball Matthews gets some kind of homoerotic excitement. Well, that's his own issue. I'm all into freedom. Great. Good for you. The point is, I don't get a thrill up my leg when I look at Barack Obama. I get a chill up my spine of concern and my instincts, but also intellectually knowing danger, warn people. So we've had the contest. It's been a big success. We're going to continue to showcase some of the films, some of the music videos, some of the comedies that didn't get a lot of attention on the Nightly News, on the radio show, on PrisonPlanet.com, on Infowars.com. And we all know that the time is short. The enemy's moving quickly because the enemy knows the time is short. And so now is the time to be all in. Most people have been super good sports if they didn't win first, second, or third place. Some people I saw took their videos down. That's your loss for society and humanity. Some people can't stand losing. You only lose by being a bad sport. You win by being involved in the great game of life on the side of good. It's the animating contest of liberty that's empowering. But you can see all of the different entries at Infowars.com/Paul, or just type in Paul Revere Film Contest into the search engine, into the NSA terminal. That's what your computer is an NSA terminal. It's not like the NSA spying on you. You're in an NSA-built terminal, DARPA terminal. I mean, that's just the whole thing is. I'm sorry. I mean, DARPA and MIT said that 30 years ago. I mean, it's just so frustrating to read their own writings. People are like, is Alex right? They're spying on me? Is the BPA meant to sterilize us? Yeah, it's all on record. And that's what's so frustrating, folks. You can differ on my final analysis or my solutions, but I don't have an intellect or words to describe to you the massive constellation of control freak craziness that's coming down on us. Because at its heart, DARPA has announced that they're going to create humans with a 47th chromosome. And they're going to make it the law, your baby's got to be screened under national health care to kill the embryo if they say it has a problem, like mental illness, like opposition to corruption is a mental illness. This is the brave new world. Huxley said that was the plan. And so I'm all in against this. Because let me tell you, these people running this are a bunch of sickos. It'd be bad enough if they were like, you know, an alien race or something that had some other plan for us. I wouldn't want our destiny taken control. These are the most degenerate, wanting, weirdos, selfish, crazed, just vicious people running things. And we've got to get control of the wheel of the ship here and put it back on a course of the North Star of common sense and common law and organic systems. Not what is being built. And the globalists are handing, they don't know how to interface all these AI computers to track everybody. So it's already automated. It's already autonomous, on record. The big Google defense brain, the big beast system in Belgium, they call it that, by the way, not the Bible thumpers. They're already, almost all the new drones are autonomous. I mean, these people have a death wish, and I don't have one. And so the winner is Michael Dorman, and he's a very interesting individual. I'm not going to go over his entire background. You can read about him at imdb.com. The Department of Homeland Security has been infiltrated at top levels by foreign globalists who are preparing to implode the global economy to consolidate the world's assets for themselves. They know the U.S. military, veterans, Christians, and gun owners, and pro-constitutionalists will not allow America to fall without a fight. So a purge of these citizens, that's, by the way, a public, this purge plan is public. They should all be arrested, has been ordered and is underway. The DHS has begun to conduct psychological evaluations throughout the agency to determine who will be loyal to the purge agenda and to discharge those who will not. And it's written by Anonymous. Michael Dorman joins us. He's an actor and filmmaker, and he's been in a bunch of movies. He's also produced PG Westerns that are very popular. So he's an established grassroots guy. And it's people like Michael, and then those of us out there buying from alternative media films, visiting alternative media sites, voting with your dollars before they convert to a total crony insider economy that are going to save our civilization. But you've got to fight in the info war. You've got to become the leader. Whether it's a newsletter or handing out my magazine or spreading the word about the show or doing your own YouTube channel or making films. Whatever your skill is, you better use it now. And just engage the enemy from so many different angles we defeat it. And people inside the system better understand none of you are coming back from this. This is a 100+ year eugenics plan that makes me a Christian, makes me know that they're spiritual forces, because there's no way they came up with this 100 years ago on their own. I mean, this whole thing's been planned. They discovered DNA to track people. They invented computers to racetrack. The IBM systems. I don't want to get off into a rant. The point here is folks, we're facing a devilish plan. And your churches have been taken over. I mean, it's just unbelievable how bad this is. And the good news is we're here to wake people up so they're aware of this. Even though this plan's pretty much going to play itself out, it is going to collapse in the end, folks. Common sense shows that. My Bible says that. My gut tells me that. But it is going to be front row seats to the science fiction movie like nothing you've ever seen. But you're going to be in it in the arena. And so the language of awakening is film. And we're going to go to him briefly here in a moment. And we're sending him $100,000 in the next few days. And I congratulate him on what he's doing. But let's play a clip from Purge. From Purge. Here it is.
We're going to continue to purchase ammunition to keep it off the open market. This prevents these extremists from getting ammunition in their hands. Additionally, we've purchased 7,000 assault weapons. These weapons will be issued to newly formed FEMA Youth Corps brigades. It's apparent that the world has entered into a currency crisis and trade disputes that could actually lead to civil unrest and armed conflict. Now, in the past, extremists were easy to identify. They were skinheads, KKK members, radical political ideologists. Well, now it's becoming a little more difficult. This group includes anti-abortionists, pro-constitutionalists, believers in biblical end times, gun owners, and most importantly, military veterans.
Excuse me, but military veterans are not extremists.
And believers in end times? That's like every Christian in America. That's millions and millions of people. And they're good people.
Schreiben Sie die Idee Nummer.
All right, now that's Michael Dorman's film, The Purge. I wanted to get him on briefly. He was on the nightly news last night to break it down. We appreciate his work. To tell us about his idea for the film, some of the great people that are in it. I want to talk about some of them, great actors. And the fact that really about 95% of this film is what they're actually doing. I know I'm guessing you use Germans for the dumbed-down public to get, oh, they're foreigners, when it's a corporate globalist foreign takeover. But it's great to have you on, sir.
Well, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. It was a mission. It was a real mission, and that's what makes it special.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, tell us about how you made it and a little bit about the crew and where you think this country's going in general and what you think of what I just said about people like you out there, all of us. It's time for all of us to resist and just overwhelm and human wave attacks in the info war.
Absolutely. I just gathered a lot of your articles, and so many of your articles in January, February were about the DHS, their paper targets, all the ammo buying, all the weapons that they were hoarding and gathering up. And so I just really put a script together of a lot of those different articles, got creative, got great guys like Mike Wilford, Michelle Bauer that you saw in the film. Mike Wilford, he played the evaluator. Well, he was a Marine. He was stationed in Germany, and he knew German. And that's one reason we use the language. And I personally like the German language. I think it sounds cool to make that globalist effects. I'm not trying to offend Germans.
No, it's a powerful, scary sounding language. No, I'm about half German. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we put that together. And it's really all about getting into the globalist mindset. And we really wanted to show that in the narrative. And that's what I really like to do in future projects is get into their mindset, and then we get to see it, because you're not going to be able to see that in an interview. You're not going to be able to see that in any other way, but really narrative film. And so it just turned into a great ministry, a great mission, and off we went. What were the other questions?
No, just tell us how long you shot it, about some of the other actors. I love all of it, and I get you a short script. The one part, and of course, I couldn't make something this good probably myself, so I'm critiquing, just hindsight. When he says robots, people don't get, it is robots they're moving towards, like autonomous drones, systems that'll follow orders. Humans are being taken out of the equation. That's probably the dialogue I would have written, but then folks probably wouldn't know what that meant. So why did you go with the term robots?
Well, just because of the article that you posted.
Rise of the Robots.
Right. There were at the time. Now, originally, I wasn't supposed to do that role in the movie. I was actually subbing for someone. So a lot of things that I said during that role, I was just kind of winging it. So a lot of that film was really, we shot that thing.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not even criticizing it. I'm just saying that's the one thing people, they just don't get. It is 2013. They are moving to robots. Whether it's an autonomous drone or your smart meter or your iPhone, that's a pre-programmed robot tracking and watching you. I mean, it's so key that they're converting from humans in control of machines to the machines, because it gives the globalist control. Where'd you shoot this?
This was all shot in Tucson, Arizona, and that's where I'm from. And so I know the city real well, and that's where I got all my actors, my great actors, Michelle Bauer, Mike Wilford, Bob King, Tom Grollo. All these guys came together, and we shot it within a week. That was shot in April, so we did that whole thing within the month of April.
Wow, well, I know it's a big commitment to do something like that, and are they excited that they won?
Thrilled. Everyone is just super proud. My phone has just been going ballistic, and my email account, all the great InfoWare's giving us support. It's been so much fun. I've met all kinds. The exposure of this has been fantastic. We've already seen great results. That's where it's been such a great mission. It has had such a great effect that all our people have just been so excited. We can't thank you enough. And
don't thank me, sir. There's nothing more beautiful than just putting out the idea for a film festival, putting some money into it so people know it's serious, and then just seeing all this incredible pro-human, pro-liberty, pro-truth art. I mean, this has got to be absolute nails on a chalkboard to the globalist.
Yes, and that's really where it gets meaningful, and we want to take it to another level.
Well, I'm excited. Tell us about some of your other amazing work. I can't wait to, because I've talked to some of the crew that have seen some of the films you produced. You're a really good filmmaker, and you try to make wholesome family stuff as well.
Yes, I really appreciate that. Renegade, that's been my Western that just came out a few years ago, about a year ago. And that is about Western where the tagline is, "The good and the bad shall be revealed." It's really a movie about God, gold, and guns. Wholesome Western, good for the whole family. A little mild violence, but it has a great, great message. And so I'd encourage people to go to chosenfilmworks.com. There's a link there to Amazon to get it. And I think your audience would really enjoy it.
Well, that's fantastic. Again, I just want to ask the listeners and the viewers, please be part of this mission. Go, it's commercial free. Go to Infowars.com/Paul. Get The Purge and what other films are on subjects that you want to give to friends and family, and email it, text it, Facebook it, tweet it out. During this next break, I'm going to retweet The Purge out on The Real Alex Jones on Twitter. Please retweet it to everyone so that they understand that they really are doing all this. In closing, after I finish Obama Deception 2, I do want to talk to you. I want to try to produce 4 films a year, depending on how much money we're able to bring in, to try to put them out and have them pay for themselves, and then develop a system to put them in theaters. I know how to do it, but that costs millions to even do, a moderate rollout that would really have a big effect, but we don't have that, so we're going to try to build towards that. So I want to talk to you soon about ideas you guys have to collaborate with us. But in the minute we've got left, sir, anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'd just like to encourage all the info warriors and to get involved. And even though you might be disappointed about something, you didn't win, you didn't get as far as you'd like to, just keep going. I've been in film festivals. I was in the reporter contest, and I didn't make it past the first round. So you just got to keep going. It's like Og Mandino says, "I will be the raindrop which washes away the mountain, the ant that devours the tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave that builds the pyramid." One small step at a time, and you'll do great things. And that's defeating globalism too. It's not going to be won over in a day or so. You just got to keep going. From childish swipes, the oak will eventually tumble. You just got to keep going, be persistent, and you will succeed.
Absolutely, and that's what this is all about. I mean, I don't have that much talent, but in 18 years,
yes, you do.
I have savaged the globalists with the help of people like you and our listeners that are the info war. Our listeners supporting us, spreading the word, giving us info. We are all one family against this evil, and the good will be revealed, the wicked will be revealed, and the wicked will fall, because sooner or later God is going to cut them down. I tell you, good job on The Purge, sir. Michael Dorman, God bless you. We'll be back with more news.
Now you can watch the InfoWars Nightly News streaming live as it happens for free.
Check it out at Infowars.com/show.